I am the mighty Dookusho, and now, after hibernating for the last 6 months, I shall now finally reveal the fruits of my creative labor. But thanks for waking me up, because what a fortunate opportunity. I love Yu Yu Hakusho, and I would love to review it. Yu Yu Hakusho, Poltergeist Report, Ghost Fighter, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is a manga that was released at the tail end of 1990 by Yoshihiro Tagashi, and then adapted into the best anime ever in 1992. I apologize in advance if I fuck up the Japanese names. Please don't stick a Dragon of the Darkness flame up my ass. I'd much rather be bound by the rose whipping. It is about some punk-ass punk named Eugene. Who the fuck is Eugene? What a stupid name! His name is Yusuke, and he gets bounced off the hood of the car, he dies, and then he comes back to life, he fucking fights some demons. Oh! I won't be talking about the anime! Wait, I won't? Why? We'll be talking about the 2023 live-action adaptation presented by Netflix. Perhaps I should be careful of what I call a fortunate opportunity. Alright, so when I heard that Yu Yu Hakusho was getting a live-action adaptation, I put down shooting Mario in the face in the Toad Lab. I picked up my psychic spyglass because I wanted to check it out. Also, if I don't know if this matters for context, but I watched the anime dubbed and I watched the live action sub. Oh no, the negatives! Yeah, we're doing those first. There is one glaring problem about this adaptation. I'm not in it, but more so, they're not given enough time. 5 episodes that are almost an hour each would be perfect if they weren't trying to adapt half the fucking series. With a bingo-less Botan in tow, they go from episode 1 to episode 66 in about 5 hours. That is too much ground to cover. Now, I understand you're not getting a one-for-one adaptation, and that's okay, but with that amount of ground covered, things are gonna get lost. And what gets lost is the heart of the conflict between Yusuke and Big Bad Toguro revolving around Genkai. You can't introduce a largely neutered Master Genkai in episode 3. Have all the training, have a vague message about a race against time and finding your place in the world before you die, the central theme of the show, and her death unbeknownst to Yusuke all in the span of a half hour to the same effect, when he doesn't even meet her killer Toguro until the end of episode 4. There's nothing pre-established between any of them. And Yusuke and Toguro isn't the only dynamic that gets lost. Toguro and Genkai have a rich history together of conflicting ideals on power, on life, on how to guide Yusuke. But what struggle of sadness is there when they're relegated to side characters? It is easy to fantasy book in retrospect, but I'm gonna do it here anyway. Also, here comes a bunch of references to the anime, so if you haven't watched it, you're gonna just sort of be lost. You'll be alright. They could have easily solved all of this by just simply going up to the Saint Beasts. If they could only have 5 episodes, cut rando, introduce Genkai immediately after Yusuke is resurrected, and help him learn about his spirit energy, and then dedicate 3 episodes into everything up until them arriving at Mei's castle. I mean, the pacing wasn't awful in the show until they tried to jam in Rescue Yukina and the Dark Tournament arc. That's like my major beef with the show, right? It's just, they weren't given enough time and they tried to do too much. But I also have some little things I want to fucking talk about. Takumi Kitamura, I hope I'm saying his name right. Please don't spirit gun me in my urethra. Plays Yusuke as a delinquent so well, but he almost plays him as a mute. I don't know about you, but I want my Yusuke Urameshi to talk shit. I want him to Justin Cook his friends and enemies alike with insults. I don't need the stoicism, bitch. Enough harping on the stuff that literally every asshole is gonna say about this show, because there's enough good stuff on this show to cover a hanging neck island. Shuhei Yusugi as Kuwabara is the standout in this show. This man is gonna cut my nipples off with a spirit sword if he knows I'm getting his name wrong. My apologies, King. He encapsulates the character perfectly from the moment he steps on screen and goes, Urameshi. The fight scenes are phenomenal. Given enough time while not feeling overly long, and still including multiple aspects of iconic fights they have. The character designs are so goddamn good. Everyone is instantly recognizable. And even though a lot of the dynamics are dropped, it can't go unsaid that Yusuke and Kuwabara's dynamic is phenomenal. Goon-ass nerds that just want to fuck Kurama and Hiei are gonna say that they're underdeveloped, but let's be honest, they didn't really delve into the inner pathos of these characters until the Three Kings arc. And they already teased that there might be more to come. I'll fucking kill you, Dragon Ball Z. Nah, this live action is serviceable and satisfying. Certainly not something messed up so bad that kittens wouldn't want to look at it. If you've never seen Yu Yu Hakusho, you get a lot of the story beats with iconic moments shot wonderfully. But the double edge here is that the large demographic watching are a bunch of cool cats like myself that know what's being pulled from the show, and due to those time constraints, some of those moments just don't feel earned. And you can't say it isn't fair to compare because it was literally made to bank off the success of a pre-existing property. Not to mention it pulls directly from it. If you're curious, the show doesn't take up too much of your time, so I definitely recommend you give it a look. Having said that, the anime is also pretty short by anime and manga standards, so if you come across the live action show and like it, go watch the anime. And if you didn't like the show, go watch the anime. Don't fucking argue with me. Surprise! This is just me telling you to go watch the anime, because the live action version gave up its chance to be truly great.
Mario, my old enemy. What the fuck is that? More Mario! I am in hell and Mario is my jailer!